Apparently my dumbass forgot to fast forward this, so I started commentating and was like, wait, why is it going at normal speed? Yeah, that's why. Anyway, because this is going after memory, I figured it was important enough to go ahead and show, because, yeah, memories are kind of a thing I think is worth going out of your way for. I haven't exactly been keeping track on which ones I have and haven't gotten. I probably should, but I haven't. But even then, it is incredibly easy to track it via the pause menu in the game itself, way easier than tracking anything else in this game. So, we'll be doing that, plus there's plenty of other locations on the map we haven't gone to, and actually 4 storied. Memory.
I doubt this will let up anytime soon. Your path seems to mirror your father's. You've dedicated yourself to becoming a knight as well. Your commitment to the training necessary to fulfill your goal is really quite admirable. I see now why you would be the chosen one. What if one day you realized that you just weren't meant to be a fighter? Yet the only thing people ever said was that you were born into a family of the royal guard, and so no matter what you thought, you had to become a knight. If that was the only thing you were ever told, I wonder then, would you have chosen a different path?
Alright, now that that's done, we will get into the choppiness that is looking for DLC. If it will ever let me scroll down. Control sticks suck. And here's number 1. Arguably the most important one to me. That's not the Phantom Arbor. I like heat resistance. This is right here below the lake. Right there. Pretty close to the tower. Oh. I found a friend. I definitely did not find you before. Check out how easy the sledgehammer makes it, though. Is that it? Oh my god, it's right there. That's what I was looking for. Position. Right there, as soon as it focuses in. I need to be up here. Also, here's a secret for you. That is a very good spot to remember, because you see this bloke floating about? Well, maybe if we can catch him. That little spot I marked is where he shows up. And you're going to want to eventually remember that so you can grind on him. I know what I said. Oh, and Stone Talus is down there. And also up here is where I want to go so I can get these fucking key swings and get my life sorted out. I mean, I guess there's also a shrine right here I could do, since we're right here next to it. Is it not gonna... Thank you. It's raining now. Okay, okay. You know what? I didn't want to do that. It's still raining. It's still raining. It's still raining. This was actually entirely unplanned. I didn't think about how I could go ahead and do all of this stuff at once, but it ended up working out that way, so I just figured, fuck it, might as well go for it. There's so many things in this one little area that's not the DLC that it was just kind of hard to justify ignoring everything and just leaving them alone. Yet again, thinking about that wizard and decided, nah, fuck it. I am trying to get all the way up to the tippy top because that's where we can grind off for Farouche, plus there's also some electric keys for me to finally get the wings that I need. Oh, climbing this thing is a bitch. There's also a shrine hidden around here, which I remember that thing driving me nuts because I kept looking up, down, left, right, center, and I just couldn't find it. And that's what I mean when I say I hate the shrine sensor, as it's like it gives you an idea that it's like, yeah, there's one here, but you don't fucking know where it is. So good luck. Plenty of chests down there for me to get. We're gonna get all of them as we can. Farouche ended up showing up right here. Normally I wait for him to come out. I keep shooting at him because I don't actually notice him dropping anything, but he does after a while. There it is, finally. Alright. Now, here's the way the dragons work. You are guaranteed one shot, and then whatever the first shot is what you get. You can get scale, horn, teeth, or claw. Now we needed this anyway. All we needed was a scale, and that'll help us get a another shrine done. And this is where he ends up spawning. I don't remember what time of day. Yeah, it looks like mornings usually. I don't remember if it was morning, noon, or night. But basically you can set up a fire here and then grind off all of the parts for Farouche right here. Right here. This is what I do, at least. Get the updraft and then take advantage. You only get one shot. Wherever you hit first, that's it. He's dropping his part. You cannot hit him multiple times and try and get multiple parts. It does not work like that. So, I know I shot him multiple times, but that was because I didn't see anything drop. So, I wasn't sure if it worked or where it was going, so I just kept trying anyway. Now, right up here... Hold on a second. Didn't work. Wow, that worked. Alright, so this up top place is loaded with a bunch of treasure, so while I'm around, I just figure go ahead and magnesis everything while I can get it. You'll find boulders that are on top of treasure chests, which it may not be entirely obvious at first, but yeah, lift up the boulder and then some treasure chests pop out, and yeah, go for it. Now, I go ahead and I throw that boulder to the side because I honestly thought that it was going to be for a Korok. Like, you'll see me in a second push it towards that little thing right over there. It doesn't work, but I tried. But I was so focused on the idea that there was like a million chests nearby, and I was like, oh, this is great. And I love this. Like, this is one of the most fun parts about it. I took the attack up versus the durability up because, again, it at least makes it have a purpose for me to use the Fenric bow, because in other words, I'm not really using it unless I'm trying to use a bow I don't care about. Then in that case, I'm giving it a shot. In other words, I'm not. As to where now it at least gives it kind of an edge and a reason to be used. I don't know why it wouldn't let me place the Traveler's Medallion here, but I decided to do it anyway, just in case I'm wrong about my guess. There. Right there is where the shrine is. Secret behind the waterfall. Always in gaming. Now, technically, I haven't done this. Well, I mean, I've done this, but not recorded this. Now, there's an easy way to do this. Yeah, because those are... out of the way, but we don't want them to get in the way, right? Here. Oh my god, Link. You're such an idiot! What are you doing? Tell him to climb up the thing, and then he goes into 15 different directions. So... like, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't make sense to me. What the hell do we need impeccable timing for? Watch this. Hold on a second. Wow, look at that. I'm a pro. I don't know why I didn't do that the first time. Oh, right. Where's my prize? Right here. Thanks, friend. Oh yeah, and then this one. No, you can't stasis that one. Okay. Well, that one actually requires a little bit of timing. That's what I was busy thinking. I was like, why don't you just stasis it? The answer is you can't, but even then I didn't need to. So that was much easier because at least it made sense. Wait for it. Oh, I wanted it to splat me. Thank you. It just didn't make sense because I was like, why is it hitting it though? But whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. Free. Yeah, I sort of apologize for doing. I don't know. I just felt like, well, there's so many other things going on right here. Might as well do it all at once. I just feel weird because I generally like showing you guys the exploration, but this won't happen too much. Now pick it up. Thank you. There. Now that is right here. That area. Time to go here next. There it is. Yeah, this is a good one to remember off memory because this one sucks to find. Hold on a second. Increases your sideways climbing speed. That's a strange one. Anyway, that's like right here. Get rid of that. Which actually, isn't this by the Spring of Courage? Where's the Spring of Courage? It's not that. It's not anywhere near the Spring of Courage. I've been lied to. Anyway. It's hidden underneath this dude's hand claw thing. And beware, because there's like a bunch of guys here. All with shock arrows.
Let me see something. If you don't mind. Yeah, that'll do. Bad timing. I want to use that. Need you to stop living. Wow, you sure have a lot of help. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you.
Now, if this is the area I think it is, which I thought, but like, yeah, Spring of Courage. Why the fuck didn't it say so? Whatever. Here by the Dragon's Mouth. So what you need to do is that little scale we got with the Farouche, put it in the water. I could have swore there was a memory associated with this place, but I guess not. There are 3 springs, because we've already encountered Spring of Power. That was where our memory was. Spring of Power, Courage, and Wisdom. All 3 of them have you required to do the same thing. There's 3 dragons, based on Eldon, Ferror, and Nehru, and yeah, same things. Oh, just a blessing? I could have swore it was a test of strength, but alright, that's cool. I can live with that. I can definitely live with that too. What don't we need? I guess I could get rid of the rod, since technically we would have the spear. I don't, yeah, let's just get rid of the rod. Good one. We have limited space, so I just don't feel like stacking too much on elemental stuff. The only point of using it mostly is just to get the stun power off of it. So this way they drop their stuff and they're immobile. Oh, that was easy. Not as far off as I thought. Just had to fight some assholes real quick. All these other things hanging around. There's a dragon right there. I don't know, should I bother shooting him again? I mean, I'm positive I'm gonna need that eventually. We are right over here, above the bridge. Now, where did that scale go? Come. Nope, that's okay. That'll work. Alright, that's all the DLC stuff. The last of it is over here in Hyrule Castle. Now, I am going to Hyrule Castle, but I'm not going to go for the DLC stuff. Because right here-ish is actually a memory we want to get, and there's a shrine inside there, and then one other secret thing that I want to take care of. So I'm going to Hyrule Castle. I'm just not getting the DLC, because the DLC is like all over the place, and I might as well just save that for the ending, because at that point I'm exploring the damn castle, and I just don't feel like doing that. I just want to grab these quick little things, and that's all I care about right now. And then I guess we can start exploring other areas. Alright, so I had this genius idea that said, hey, upgrade your clothes before you go to Hyrule Castle, idiot. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. And by the way, yeah, I see 2 shards of Farushor, and then it'll be 2 shards of Power Dragon, 2 shards of Wisdom Dragon. That's just a lot of work for a thing I really don't care about. But this I can at least get rid of and go ahead and get my stat 2 bonuses, because that will make going through Hyrule Castle easier, as well as up my defenses. Even though I'm probably going to be running around inside the the Phantom Armor, because attack up plus the exact same defenses. So, yeah, I just wish I could do it without getting harassed by guardians all the fucking time, and maybe I could just be left alone, but I'm not entirely sure if that's going to happen. But we at least got this done. We have... Yeah, I should do some cooking before I leave too. Again, this ended up being a happy coincidence where I just planned on running down there, and along the way we found something important, so I was going for it. But this area, again, it's really annoying to navigate because it's near impossible to go through this area peacefully without getting harassed by a guardian. That little Korok thing, I've never seen anything like that before, so that was a first time for me. So I don't know how many other trees I've passed up to have that same situation. But yeah, that's apparently a different type of Korok that I didn't even know existed. Okay, since I accidentally found a shrine, and believe it or not, the shrine will actually make my life easier by giving me a quicker warp than just Central Hyrule Tower. Looks like we're showing this part off. Give me something, please. That was probably the most peaceful it's ever been running through Hyrule Field, ever. Oh, well, I mean, I guess that's good. How much space do I have for weapons? Not many, but we'll see whatever it gives me then. It's probably just going to give me like one sword, but that's still better than the boomerang. Or a spear, which is actually worse, but whatever. Did my thing break? It did, apparently. Quickly knock him out. Have you figured out why I like stasis yet? It's kind of really broken. Also, I guess it is possible that there could be something better inside that chest. Yeah, it's like way better than the piss guardian spear you just gave me. Thanks, friend. Also, I really love the Phantom armor just because of how null of facial features and emotion Link is. It's just funny to me. I also just like the nods and throwbacks they give in this game too. Alright, here it is, the end of the line. Now, cutscene. Yeah, cutscene's gonna start here in a second. We want our climbing gear now. And to hope for the best. Now, I do understand how it can kind of be a little bit disappointing that we're fast forwarding through this, but this took me about 25 minutes to navigate everything I wanted, and that's being fast. So, although I would have loved to have done all of this with live commentary and you guys get the full experience, it is, again, for the best for me to do things like this. Now, the music you hear is actually the real music for Hyrule Castle in Breath of the Wild. However, there are 3 variants: outside, inside, and near enemies. This is a combination of all 3 mashed together with some nice mixing, thank you. But yeah, I figured whenever we get to certain important things, you guys should hear the actual Breath of the Wild music. It is pretty nice. Stasis saves my life. Those guys are kind of annoying, but like, I'm trying to navigate this as safely as I can. This is a dangerous place with a lot of incredibly strong enemies and incredibly strong weapons. If you can manage to get anything out of it, do it, because they give you all the abilities you need to kick ass inside this place. Like, there's a good bow right there, best bow in the fucking game. Go for it. Basically everything you need is on the west side, the right side. I'm going from top to bottom to make navigation as easy as possible for all of you following along. Anyway, welcome to Zelda's room. It is... I'm not entirely sure how well you can process 3D maps, but it's that leftmost tower. Everything we want is on the right side. Excuse me, left and right. I know the difference, I promise I do. Anyway, here's a cutscene. So yeah, it's kind of like really hard to get everything in the game without coming here early.
incredible. We're at a point now where we can actually control them. At the current rate, we'll soon know all we need to know about the Guardians and the Divine Beasts. And should Ganon ever show itself again, we'll be well positioned to defend ourselves.
What are you doing out here, Zelda?
I was assessing the results of the experiment with the Guardians. These pieces of ancient technology could be quite useful against
I know that. They are essential to Hyrule's future, and our research demands that we keep a close eye on them. However, as the princess, you currently have a crucial unfulfilled responsibility to your kingdom. Let me ask you once more, when will you stop treating this as some sort of childish game?
I'm doing everything I can. I'll have you know that I just recently returned from the Spring of Courage, where I offered every ounce of my prayers to the goddess.
And now you are here wasting your time. You need to be dedicating every moment you have to your training. You must be single-minded in unlocking the power that will seal Calamity Ganon away.
I already am. Don't you see? There's nothing more I can do. My hope is that you'll allow me to contribute here in whatever way I can.
No more excuses, Zelda. Stop running away from your duty. As the king, I forbid you to have anything to do with these machines from this moment on, and command you to focus on your training. Do you know how the gossip mongers refer to you? They are out there at this moment, whispering amongst themselves that you are the heir to a throne of nothing. Nothing but failure. It is woven into your destiny that you prove them wrong. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Gotta go. Alright, so admittedly I was actually going to cut the video right there, but I figured it was best to go ahead and just finish this thing off, rather than have 7 minutes of Hyrule Castle abruptly and then the next session. I just figured it made a little bit more sense to drag it out just a tiny bit and let it all conclude, and then this way I can delete this recording session instead of hanging on to it and adding another one on top of it. That makes it a little bit easier on me, at least. So enjoy a little bit of extra love. Now, the fun thing about that cutscene is, outside of Zelda getting that verbal ass beating, you know, I know someone like me probably wouldn't be able to keep my cool or something like that, because I'd be like, dude, lay off. Like, I get it. Like, you know, you try and defend her because you understand the frustrations too. But Link is cool-headed, keeps his calm, doesn't say anything, gets down on one knee, and he shuts the fuck up, and that's really good, and I like that. Those little eyeball things, I'm not entirely sure if we've gone over or not, but those are like the closest things to... Nah, I don't know, just, I feel like they're... Yeah, regular arrows will be fine. Welcome, friends! We have a very special treat for you today. I call it the Stall Knox. I don't actually call it that, the video game calls it that. I call it aiming correctly. Anyway, you saw how beefed up these weapons are. Like, it might seem a little bit crazy to try and come here, but generally, you're gonna find all the stuff you need to make surviving this place worth your while. So, it might be intimidating at first, but trust me when I say it's worth it. How much of that stuff can I actually keep is the question. 'Cause I want all of it. I guess the blade is a better idea than the spear. That's a royal halberd. Yeah, I just trade it for a better one. And the broadsword. I don't know, I guess we can get rid of the axe for it. Oh, and most importantly, let me get rid of this. Why? Here's why. You pretty much never need another shield again. And this is not DLC. This is inside the game. You can get this just as easily. Now, because my past self is about to call out my future self, I have to go ahead and do it. The Hylian shield, you know, you get excited, you see it, and then you remember the fact that everything breaks in this game. It really does have a huge life attached to it. Like, I'm not entirely sure if I understand the numbers correctly, because a lot of them will have, like, a durability thing, and the Hylian shield says 800. I don't know if that means it'll take 800 hits before it breaks. If so, that's still pretty good. But even if it does break, I believe it is possible to get another one. I haven't had to deal with it and experience it or re-get it, but apparently it is a thing where you're not screwed forever. I think you can go back and go get it. That's my understanding. You don't entirely shoot yourself in the foot with it. But back here is super importantville with lots of chests and lots of enemies. Ancient Arrows is very good. I'm quite glad. Yeah, I kept finding it. There's so many goodies down here. And then up here is the main attraction. It's not the bats. Bats suck. This is it. Hopefully my navigation of Hyrule Castle was good, because the recording session that I didn't like, I got so lost in this place, it's unreal. But again, just try and remember everything you need and care about is on the west side. That's where everything we just found was. Yeah. I mean, I think I did a okay job showing you stuff. Anyway, we got a fun time in here, and then I am getting out of here, because danger. Alright, so this one's going to be a little fun challenge for us. We'll see how well we do. Keep the Phantom Armor on us, because I like the attack up right now. Again, you don't really need this kind of stuff. I mean, you don't need the Phantom Armor. It just makes my life easier, so that's why I'm doing it. Bring it on, bitch face. Okay, you brought it. So you like me now? All at once. Oh, yeah, I guess I should. Yeah, I probably already said it in post commentary. Never mind. I was gonna talk about the Hylian shield, but I know how I function, so. Excuse me? You're not going anywhere. Out of here. No, let's go for Frostblade on this one. Uh-huh. That didn't work. I knew it was gonna go away at some point soon anyway, so let's do this one. Good news is we got a room with at least 2 of these. You think I'm intimidated by you? Because I'm not. That's why you're dead. I'm gonna take favorabilities, of course, to the battle axe and the sword. I don't care too much for the spear. I mean, it's nice, I just don't care that much. I'd also like to point out I'm getting a lot of ancient cores now that I don't care about it as much. Fuck off, game. Thank you, but you're just being mean to me. I don't need that. We got a big one. Big one is what I care about. I like him big. Oh, and by the way, you cannot warp out of Hyrule Castle, so you have to walk out, which is what I will be doing here.